Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Raveen, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ink Thoughts podcast. Yesterday I went for a meeting with my research project supervisor. Supervisors actually. I have 3 supervisors. It might sound a lot, but all of 3 of them are really kind and very passionate about what they're doing. I can see how much passion they have for what they're doing right now, and when they talk about it, you see stars in their eyes. Which is a trait that I really admire, and I hope that one day I'll be able to do something to that level as well. So throughout the meeting and all, when we're talking about stuff, and I also know that at least for the past how many months now? I guess 9 months. 9 months that I came to the UK for my master's study. Every single time for my exams and assignments, I can say that I actually put all effort that I'm able to into producing the work that I was supposed to do. At least I know if I do it in a way that I've already give all whatever that I have. Even if it turns out to be not that satisfactory, at least I know that I did my best. So why am I saying all this is because I did get sometimes hard work will pay. And I did get some good feedback and comments from my supervisors as well, and also some of those work that I did. And so it actually motivates you in a way that you've done great this time, and you got those compliments that you want to do better the next time. You kind of go into a challenge or competition with yourself. I guess it's a healthy one because you're comparing with yourself, not someone else. I guess it's fine to compare to yourself all the time. At least you're growing, you're doing something that might lead you into a better you. And comparing to others, it might only get you into more self-doubt at the end of the day. And you probably lose some self-esteem as well. So if you really want to compare, remember to compare to yourself, not anyone else. So why am I saying all this is because so today we're actually talking about never settle for less. I was inspired by Maggie's podcast Head Over Heels. If you know about this. Oh, sorry. There's I mean we live quite near to a school, and the kids are just they've just finished their school, and so they're passing by talking quite loud. So okay, back to what I'm saying. So I was actually inspired by her podcast. So this was an episode that she and her guest talk about situationship, and they kind of bring this up, never settle for less. So I kind of agree, and I believe that it's not only applicable to relationships. So this is also what they have said, and I kind of heard about this for quite some time, which is in relationship you have to know that everyone is worthy for love. So so love, it should be something that is balanced between you and your partner. And if you find yourself trying to give up everything about yourself, there might be something not that right, and you should probably think about it. So but today my focus is not on relationship itself. I guess there might be a lot of those chicken soup kind of stuff and on the internet or in social media that you can probably search them up about never settle for less in relationship. But today I'm just saying, apart from relationship, why we should never settle for less. So never settle for less, we kind of refers to like always trying to strive to improve and do better until you get what you want. Yeah. What you deserve or what's the best that you could get. Yeah. So it's kind of easy for us to get into our comfort zone sometimes and don't feel like living. Yeah, because that's your comfort zone. That's probably the situation or condition that makes you feel most comfortable. And oftentimes you don't even realize that you're actually stuck in your comfort zone for quite some time before you try to try to step out of your comfort zone too. And most of the time it's probably until when you consciously reflect on it, then you realize that, oh yeah, I've been in my comfort zone for quite a long time. Yeah. So the one thing is like you only live once, right? Yeah. So if you don't try hard enough to reach the height that you've been dreaming for, you might left with full of regrets at the end of the day. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't say I'm those kind that always challenge myself and always ask myself to step out of the comfort zone. I know how hard it is. Yeah. And especially like me, I'm an introvert, some more like we just love being in those quieter environment and be ourselves. Yeah, stay with just ourselves. Yeah, so it's even harder for us to make a big move on situation like this. But I'll say I try to. It's not easy, but I try to. Like for example, at the first I mean at the beginning of my master course, I actually feel quite sad because I find it quite difficult to make friends. Yeah, especially like I'm not those kind that is very sociable. I can't really just go up and say hi guys and introduce yourself and stuff like this. But still, I tried to, and now I'll say nowadays I'm slightly better at doing this, and also like I also joined this student creator role for the university, and so sometimes there might be a job that I get to meet different people, and so during those kind of situation, I force myself to be sociable and try to talk to people. You don't really need to go deep into into your conversation, but still you have to at least try to engage with people around you during that time. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like trying to fit in anyone else, but just try to get to know people. And it is actually quite fun sometimes when you get to listen to some interesting stuff that you've never have experienced in before. Yeah. And so like I said, if you settle for less, you might left with full of regrets at the end of the day. Why would I say that? Because if you have tried hard enough, even if you can't reach your target or what, at least you know that you've given your best, and you will have no regrets because that's all what you can do. Yeah, that's why even though you can't achieve your goals, your aims, but still you have given your best. You know that. But sometimes try to pause here and try to reflect on yourself. Do you have that experience like when you didn't put in enough effort for a thing that you're supposed to do, and when the result turns out it's not that good, and you feel I should have done this, I should have done that. Try to reflect on that. That leads you to a lot of regrets, right? So yeah, that's one of the main reasons like why we shouldn't settle for less, because we have those capability of doing things in a better way. Then why not? Yeah, just give our best and accept. I mean, the outcome will be a lot easier for you to accept at the end of the day. Yeah, and another thing is like, what if actually you stand a chance making your dreams come true? I know sometimes we might think that our dream seems so unrealistic and stuff like this, but if you never settle for less, it might probably happen. Like, okay, if you haven't listened to the last episode about my dad, yeah, you probably should go check it out, because I did talk about how he made things come true when the environment is not that supportive for him that time. Yeah, and especially those actually not just getting support from people around you. He actually have to face a lot of practical factors as well. Yeah. And so, yeah, if we never settle for less, we might probably grab some of the opportunities and make your dreams come true. Yeah. And you never get to know your full potential until you really try to push yourself enough. But of course, trying to push yourself doesn't mean you push yourself too hard. That might lead to adverse effect instead, if you didn't manage that well. So you have to know, yeah, your boundaries and what's your limit as well. But still, if you never give yourself a chance to try things out, you never know. And most importantly, you have to fight for what you deserve for. If you just keep quiet all the time and don't speak up for yourself, you might not get what you truly deserve. Yeah. And if you're not brave enough to even just fight for yourself and settle for less, you lose your opportunities too. At the end of the day, it just impacts your self-esteem and lead to more self-doubt. Yeah, you just constantly questioning about yourself, like, yeah, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And yeah, you just keep on you just get yourself trapped in the negative cycle of questioning yourself and self-doubting. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did an episode on self-doubt earlier as well. If you're interested, yeah, just go check it out. So I wouldn't say I'm very good at not settling for less. Yeah. To be honest, I guess a couple of years ago, I was someone that's not that brave, and I tend to settle for less. Yeah. But now, I can confidently say at least I've improved quite a lot, especially after I joined work after I graduated from my undergraduate study. Yeah, I remember there was a few times that, yeah, I think things doesn't really work that way, and especially I feel like I'm not being appreciated enough. Yeah, I think I tried to raise those issues to my supervisors, and of course, because a few of us did raise up the same issue, so it went even higher to the management and stuff like this. But yeah, anyway, at least we get an opportunity to discuss about the thing that is actually bothering us. Yeah, sometimes it's not just about the outcome, the result that you get at the end of the day, but at least you get the opportunity to discuss about things. Yeah, at least you see from their perspective, like, yeah, why is it not happening this way that you've been thinking about or you've been told. Yeah, sometimes it's just those little communication thing that should get going. So never settle for less. Yeah, and especially when you know something that is mostly in your control, like for example, like when we're doing our work, no matter what assignments or our real work, or yeah, if we know we can put in enough effort and make it a good one, then why not? Yeah, you never know how far it will lead you to, and throughout the process you learn something as well. Yeah, so try not to settle for less. I know sometimes there might be condition that is unavoidable, but try not to. Yeah, because you deserve whatever that you want, and with hard work and determination you get there one day. So yeah, try to always strive for better and do better if you can. Yeah, sometimes it is easy for us to say, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, but in fact maybe we can, which with a little bit more of motivation and pushing ourselves a bit more. Yeah, you never know how far you could get to. Yeah, so I guess that's it about this episode today. Thank you everyone for listening, and if you do have any comments or questions, feel free to drop us a message or an email, whichever way that works for you. And if you have anything else that you'd like to discuss with us, feel free to drop a comment down below as well if you're watching on YouTube. Or else I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you are not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye-bye.